There was once this family that was comprised of four members called the unsums. There was Thunder. He was the hard-working head of the family. He was a heated man with a fiery temper. His wife, Brisk, was a cool woman that preferred to stay at home with her family in their cool hut than to work. There was the son, Rain. He was the scholarly one that would love to study by the river where the grass was the softest. Then there was their daughter, Wind. She was the carefree little girl who loved to run in their fields and to run in the forest by their home. They each had extraordinary characteristics that weren't bad things, but would cause a lot of conflict between the family members. Win would frequently run off when she was supposed to work. Brisk would be busy inside where it was cool while the others were working outside. Rain would help as much as he could, but would get hot easily and run back to the river to cool off. And Thunder, he would work so hard to the point that he thought his entire family was lazy and would burst into a temper. This caused them to argue and whine to each other. Their arguing and whining would cause fights that would last for days, and between them would nothing be anger and struggle. Their neighbors were more the victims of these fights. Their anger would bring their neighbors sleepless nights, so their neighbors would go to God himself and beg him to silence them or to strike them down. God heard them and decided instead to show the unsums the pain they caused. So one day, while Rain was studying, he heard his sister, Win, laughing outside. At first, it was quiet and pleasant, but then it got louder and louder. Soon, Rain got annoyed. Rain told her to stop, but Win, being the youngest of the family, was confused of her brother's request. He started complaining to her about how annoying she was, how she constantly did this. Could she focus on anyone else other than herself? However, as he did this, water started falling from the sky. Brisk soon heard her son's outburst and marched over to him. "Wind is young," she yelled. "She doesn't know any better." This only made Rain more angrier and even more annoyed. As they did this, water fell harder and the air grew colder. They got so loud that Thunder heard them, and him being overworked and tired of their whining, also marched over there and was soon caught into the fight himself. And as he did that, the sky opened up and loud cracks were heard. They were all busy fighting that they completely forgot about Win. She was seeing this all happen around them, and her loved ones didn't seem to care. She was a little girl in the midst of the world ending around her. So she did the only thing a little girl could do. She screamed. And as she screamed, the air around her exploded, causing everything to be carried away into the sky. Mountains, trees, their house, even her family. A giant pillar of air was soon pounding the earth. Her family, seeing Wind, reached out for her to cover her from the damage of the air. However, Wind felt their love and she started to calm down. As she did that, the air soon died down. When they reached for her, they embraced, sorry for the damage they caused. Even though they reconciled, they are still a normal family, and normal families still fight. So their fights would cause lasting effects to the earth, and to this day our weather is still unpredictable and wild, just like a fighting family.